There we go. Okay, hi everybody. I'm so excited you are here. It's hard to believe that this is our third call that we're doing. I have been spending the last hour and a half talking to a lot of your pets, and some of them really make me laugh. And some of you know who I mean by your pets that make me laugh. And so some of you that have sent your questions in that are not here today, what I'm going to do at the end of the call, I still have to edit this. Some people are still telling me that they're not seeing the other recordings. So after this, I'm going to be editing this. By tomorrow, you will get an email from me that will have all three links there for you to see all the talks. Okay, that's number one. And I know that some of you had said that you wanted to get the membership. It's all ready as of today. And so for some of you that weren't on other calls, the offer is that the membership program I set up is that you and three of your pets will get a healing from me Monday to Friday for the entire month. And so that fee normally for the subscription would be $99.95. And you're getting it for the first month for only $24.95. So for me to give that amount of healing, like that's crazy. I don't normally do it that much, but I'm just having so many pets having health issues now. And this is how I'm setting up the membership. So in order to get that price, there when you go to ask Sue London, no, you go to my website is asksuelondon.com. Then you will see that there's membership on the top on the bar, and then you click on that, go to the diamond membership, and then click subscribe, and then you will see where it says enter a promo code, and the promo code you're going to enter in there is all one word. It's Ask Sue London. No spaces, just Ask Sue London. AskSueLondon. You get that, and then when you hit the apply button, you'll see you're getting this for $24.95. Okay. There's a lot of pets, a lot of questions are relating around health stuff. So just know that these healings, I just had a vet actually contact me today that wants me to start working with her patients because she's starting to see that energy is really affecting animals, and she's like asking me to help and train her to understand pets' energies because there's so many unexplained issues happening with pets that they can't diagnose. So that's that deal. And then I'll put more stuff in the email that you can read after. But I do want to start with the messages here because I want to make sure that everyone gets what we, what we're here for today. This is basically Q&A, okay? And let me get started because we got a bunch of them. Now the first one is for Michelle. I'm very grateful, like I said to you, Michelle, when you said, what does it mean that when my cat's making biscuits, I didn't know what that meant all day. And I'm really glad that you clarified what that meant. And so basically what's happening is Lilith wants you to know she loves you, and that, I love you, mom, like pay attention, I love you. And she's digging and healing, kneading into you, right? And that she's giving you pet therapy. This is an awesome thing. Like she says, I'm giving love, support, and joy. And like it sounds like a really quirky thing, but animals can really have their little quirks. And I can tell you, like our little guy we rescued, Buddy, I've never seen a dog do this either. He literally will give my husband hugs. He crawls up my husband's belly, and then he puts his arms around him. And so this is kind of like what Lilith is doing for you is, pet therapy. So like I'd be happy with that. Don't give her heck whatever you're doing. And don't use that phrase anymore, making biscuits, because I like that she doesn't like that. I wasn't sure. I still am not sure where you come up with that. You'll have to email me later and tell me where you got that term. I see Marla's laughing too. She thinks it's the same thing as I am too. But I love you. So there you go from Lilith. Okay. Okay. So Christine, You wanted to know about Zambi, and like I said to you, when I saw your email, I thought, oh no, I finally got Zoe to stop talking to me. And then I thought she's going to start again, but she's been really good this time because here's what's happening. So Zoe loves to talk. And boy, does she love to talk. As you know, like it was constantly her talking to me what 24/7 around the clock for weeks, and she kept showing me the Disney Pollyanna movie. Like I had to text you on the weekend, please watch that movie so that your cat will stop telling me to tell you to watch it, right? So I thought today, oh, here we go, she's going to interrupt poor um, Zambi from not being able to talk, and this is what's happening on the other side. And so she's really the one that, like, I mean, she was with you all these other past lives. She feels like I'm going to talk to mom, not everyone else. But here's your other pets like, well, we want to talk to mom. We want mom to know that we're here too. And so Zambi says, Zoe is always talking over me, always talking, and I never get a chance to get anything across. And so he does get a chance to show his energy to you because she's always getting in the way. That's basically what's happening, which is kind of, like I'm laughing at a lot of these messages your pets are giving me. Um, he's also with you, and because you don't feel him, it's just because his energy, Joey's energy is so strong. And I can tell you that I had the same experience with my childhood dog Spot, that she had a very quiet energy, and all my other pets would come in front, and she wouldn't let herself be shown. And then once she did, the other ones were like, okay, well, maybe we better let Spot talk occasionally too, right? So I think you might have some luck now that Zoe knows, well, maybe I better let some of my other friends be able to talk to mom too. But yeah, Zambi just wants you to know I'm here too, and like I'm finally glad to be noticed that I'm here. So thanks for asking, mom. Okay. So you make sure you keep Zoe with you though for the next while so I can get some sleep, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Yolanda. Okay, so Yolanda, I'm not sure, you maybe didn't see the recording last week, but I'm going to give it to you again. Uh, and like I'm mentioning, for somebody that came on late, I will be sharing all the 3 recordings with you in an email from me personally, because there's a lot of people that haven't been getting things. So just want to make sure that you have them, all the recordings, okay? So Yolanda, Rocky, who crossed over, Rocky wants you to know that he's healthy, he's happy, and he's having fun. He watches over you all, and when it is your time for your whole family, when it's your time, that Rocky will be there to help you cross over. Okay, so know that. Rocky watches and protects your son at night. And often there's been many nights in the last couple of weeks where I actually wake up in the middle of the night and I'm seeing Rocky sitting on your son's bed, watching him sleep. So just know that, like, he's making it very clear to me to get that to you, that your son's not alone and he is protecting him. And that Rocky does know that your son misses him very much, but have your son talk to him, encourage him to talk with him, tell him what he needs, because Rocky's kind of there waiting for him to say, what is it you need? And I want to make it happen. But, when you don't know you have someone there, then you don't ask, right? So, encourage your son to talk to him and share whatever's going on with him, that will help him to have that connection with him. And Rocky doesn't like all the sadness that he sees everyone having. He wants everyone to be happy and celebrate his life and have fun with, like he's still there, but he doesn't want the sadness in your lives. Okay, so he wants you to have the fun that you had when he was still here. Okay. Pets don't like when we're sad, they like that we celebrate them. They like when we often talk about them. A lot of times you'll hear when people lose someone, whether it's a person or pet, they stop talking about them. And they don't like that. They want to be celebrated. They want to be talked about. And so just remember that sometimes it's hard to talk about a pet or a loved one when they cross, but there's a lot of them coming through right now to tell some of you that, as a reminder, that they want you to talk about them. Okay. Marla. Marla, Marla, Marla. Okay, so Lou. He is very empathic. and he is feeling everybody. He's feeling everybody. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's your old one. Hold on. I'm getting out of order here. Hold on. Hold that thought. Hold the thought. Marlo, I'll come back to you. That wasn't your message. I was
Okay.
reading something else. Hold the thought. I got two things going here. Okay, Karen. Is Karen here tonight? No, I think Karen's working. Okay, so Karen, so one of your questions was you didn't know what membership to get for your one pet. So just as a reminder, everyone, this membership is not just for you and one pet. This membership is for you and three pets. Okay. So, Karen, you've got three pets and they're all going to get healing as well as you are. Okay. So you don't have to make a choice which pet gets the healing. Okay. That was the one thing that you want to know. You also wanted to know of the three pets who you should have your session with. And I feel that it is Kona because Kona has some past lives there and I'd like you to consider him being your session. Now, you asked me about your three pets, so I can tell you briefly a little bit. I feel Ginger's cough is a couple things, and that Ginger has been mirroring you, not speaking up for yourself. So pets will mirror us. And so in this case, speak up some more for yourself. Just don't hold it in because she's mirroring you. Okay. And that there is some anger being held within you that you need to get out. So when you have anger within you, what's really important to do is sit down and write a total truth letter. So basically, how you do that is you start off writing this letter saying, Dear da da da, whoever it is, you do not read one word of it. Okay, not one word of this, even right to the end, because what you're initially going to do is put it all right back in you, and we don't want you to do that. Okay, so you're going to write out anything that you're angry about. You write it in this, and if it's only one person or if there's a few people, then you write different letters. You write the letter, you sign it, then no reading any of it. Again, I have to tell you that. Then when you finish it, you sign it, you tear it up right away, or you burn it. Okay. I've always found what's really therapeutic is that tearing motion. If you're like really angry, the tearing is like really powerful to do. Okay. So that's something to consider to help you with that. There's also past life stuff from past lives in Ginger because she didn't speak up for herself either. So there's double whammy going on with Ginger there. Now Kona is very needy, and that's okay because that's his personality. He hasn't had a lot of love, support, and encouragement in his lifetimes. And so he's a teacher for you. So this is where, we always have a pet come to us for one reason or another. Well, Kona is being your teacher. And he needs you to say to him, I love you. You're a good boy. And you can say it 1,000 times a day and it still won't be enough. So, I want to encourage you to keep telling him that because you're going to help him heal by telling him these encouraging, loving words. Okay. Kona feels like he has to be with you all the time, making sure that you are okay. So when he's in the backyard barking and you go out front, that's because he's like, okay, well, what's she doing? I'm not doing my job. I have to go out there with her. And so that's why you're hearing the barking. So don't get frustrated. Just know where that comes from. And because Kona is very intuitive. And again, he says, remind her I'm her teacher. Okay. And Bailey loves you, like crazy loves you. And you are Bailey's hero. So Bailey asked me to ask you, do you take care of your health? Okay, so I want you to think about what Bailey said. I don't feel you have a health problem, but I don't think you're taking care of your health. I don't think you have balance in there, if that's fair to say. I want you to go within, and that's right out of your dog's mouth. Terrible when they make me do that and put you on the spot like that. I'm sorry. I hate when they do that to me. But Bailey was quite adamant about that was what I had to ask you, and to really look at having balance in your life. Okay. And again, Bailey is another teacher for you, and it's all about less stress and less worry. Okay, that's really important for you. Okay, so that is for Karen. Okay, Peter. my friend Peter. Um, so okay, how do you say the name? Jaya? How do you say this name? Jaya? Yeah? Okay. So she actually is a gift from Max. So she's not Max reincarnated. She's actually a gift from Max. Max knew exactly what you needed, and that's the little one that you got. So Max sent you your beautiful, the words he said, I sent you your beautiful and suitable pup. Okay. And then now you asked me, should you have longer healings for her? I think honestly, you already booked that membership and you're gonna get healings. She's on the list, right? So I'm gonna be doing healings on her 5 days a week for a month. Let's just see how that goes. And then we can talk after that because the healing that comes out of me, it's quite strong, comes through me. I don't, again, I want everyone to know it comes through me. I'm not the one giving the energy. Okay. So whatever she comes through me and what she takes, it's all her choice, right? So let's talk. As you see that month membership is coming to an end, let's stay in touch and we'll talk. Okay. But I feel that that's going to help. I'm at this point, I'm not really feeling surgery. And just know, I'm not a vet, right? But this is an intuitive thing that I'm hearing. Okay. Um, and what was I going to say? Um, yeah. And so that's her message to you. And yeah, she absolutely loves her life. And so you can thank Max every day for her coming into your life. And by the way, Max has been like trying to bring you signs, so pay attention. Max wants you to know that, I'm here with you. Ask me. Okay. Just a little reminder for you. Okay, Sarah Robeck. Um, Roback, is she here? Oh, there you are. Okay, hi, Sarah. Okay, so Cooper's cough. It's words that need to be said still. So there's a little bit more to come out, and then that will be better. So I feel like he's mirroring you, and I feel like you're almost there, both of you. So like you clear some stuff and like speak up more for yourself, and then he's gonna kind of like see that mirroring and okay, oh, like okay, confidence and things are going to shift that way. Okay. The panting, I just felt like he was hot. I just felt like he's a hot dog, not like warm hot, right? Okay, that was how I was feeling. And I can tell you, what breed is he?
He's a miniature poodle.
Okay, because I know our little one that we have now, he's the back half is Shih Tzu, the front half is Bichon, and he
Well,
is
I think
always,
that's what he is.
yeah, we never know, right? That's why I'm saying I
Yeah.
knew the back half was Shih Tzu because of his tail, and the front half is Bichon on Buddy, but Buddy
Yeah.
just will start panting as well, and it's because he's hot. So I feel the same thing is what's happening for Cooper. So I don't feel concerned. I don't feel anything physically in me when I feel that panting. Okay.
Okay.
So and then so Ginger, um it's funny because I looked at the picture because you hadn't asked a question. I thought, okay, what do you want to tell me? So this is your message from Ginger. It's all about me. I'm special. I'm important. I'm loved. That's what Ginger wanted you to know. And
Well,
Luna, okay.
I just figured out today that she wants to eat off a plate. She won't eat out of a bowl.
Well, does
So
that make sense? It's all about me. I'm special and I'm
I
important,
was I
right?
was feeding her by hand because she wouldn't eat it. So I put it on a plate. She ate it. It's like, okay, I got it.
Oh my gosh, this is too funny, right? They have such personalities, all these pets, right? And so Luna, so well, you've got Ginger saying it's all about me, right? And I'm special, I'm important. But she, Ginger makes sure that, it said I'm loved, right? Luna says, I'm quiet, but I see and I feel everything. So, you have to be careful, Luna, because Luna, feels the energy, where you are and, everything of what's going on. So very, very focused and clear. So Luna's a female, right? Cat, the
Yes.
cat's a,
Hmm.
you'd have to be careful with her because she would absorb everything. Okay, so just beware of that. Okay.
Okay.
But that's the message that they gave me. It was so funny with Ginger, though, I gotta tell you. I was really laughing with that comment.
Yeah, she's the boss of everyone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I was laughing so hard when I got that. My dog sat up and started like looking. Was I okay? Because I was laughing so hard at her message. So you have
Thank you.
you've got a special family there. You're welcome. Okay, now Marla. Okay, so you were the other one that I was really laughing with. Okay. Now I want everyone to know I don't laugh at your pets. I love them and I think they're so special and so cute. So Lou and Ruby. Okay. So the first thing that they said, we're double fun and double trouble. So Um, so every time like I said before, every time I see these two dogs, I start to smile and I start to laugh because like they're like, what can we do next? Like, oh, what can we get into now? And what can we do to mom now? And kind of like the twins that want to get it, you know how twins would literally, I had cousins who were twins, they would change their clothes so the teacher couldn't tell who they were, and then my aunt used to have to call the school and say this daughter has this on and this daughter's wearing this, but they'd stop at a washroom on the way and change their clothes so the teacher wouldn't know them. So it's kind of like that's how twins can kind of do things like in a fun way, like kind of going. Well, that's what I feel like Lou and Ruby kind of like, what can we do next? Now they're not twins, but they're just they love life. They literally love life. And so they are their words, we are so mischievous and we really really love life. Like they are telling me they like to be mischievous, but they're really loving life with you. And I feel Lou's eyesight because you were asking me about that. When I was feeling there, I felt the eyesight's really good. So I don't know. Okay. Um, okay. So Lou says, sometimes I ignore mom and she really worries. I really like to ignore mom just to see her worry. Like this is what I'm talking about, like kind of playing games with you. So, um, so funny, so funny. Okay, so Lou's tummy rash. He's emotionally sensitive. And
Mhm.
so you have to kind of be careful what words you say to him because he takes it really personal. Even though he's like, what's he say? He's the half of the double trouble, that he like literally is very sensitive. So you would never want to say, well, you're a bad boy or anything like that, because he will literally feel like he's really bad. And that will really upset him because he doesn't want to have you be upset with him. Even though they like to have fun with you because they know you love them and they know that they're your reason for getting up in the morning. What are they going to do now? You should literally write a book on them, the two of them. That would be a really good book series. All I can say about that. But energetically he's also sensitive, and I'm wondering, do you think, does he have allergies? Because when I checked in him, my nose started getting stuffed up, and then when I disconnected, my nose was fine.
I think it's environmental. I think it's the grass because he lays
Yeah.
on his tummy, with his back hind legs
And where do
straight
you
out.
live again?
We live in Washington State,
So,
Western
so you've
Washington.
got like the spring happening there too, right?
We
Right.
have a
Like I
lot
know
of
right. So yeah, so because that's what I'm feeling. It's like, the allergies relating to when you get stuffed up, kind of like I know our little one, he's got stuff. And like where we live, they told us it's the worst for allergies for dogs specifically in all of Southern Ontario, Canada. Of course, we hit the right town for this, right? Our dogs didn't have any problems. And then we come here. So I feel like that this is a seasonal thing. So keep an eye on that, right? And then I think there was more. No, that was all for you. Is that, you're clear on that?
Yeah, I think so. It's funny that they say they're mischievous because they're they're really good dogs.
Oh, I
Um,
know they are.
but I'm trying to figure out they definitely like to chase squirrels and, chase things like that. And they'll look at me and go do it. So maybe that's where that's coming from.
Oh yeah. Anytime you see them looking at each other, they're like, what can we do?
Okay.
Right?
They do that a lot.
That's
Okay.
that's
That
what
makes
I mean. Watch the looking back and forth. It's not like they're gonna rip your house apart. It's just like, what can we do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just like little kids being mischievous, right?
Yeah.
But they're so cute. They're so cute. Um,
Thank you.
okay, so there you go. I laugh every time. Every time I see your name, I see equals Lou and Ruby. So, okay. Jeannie, where's Jeannie? There you are. Okay, so Missy, and why she's vomiting after she eats? Because she's eating her food so fast. She's not taking time to digest it. It's like eat really
That's
quick
what
and
I
then
thought.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Like I literally like I zoned into her and like I saw her eating and then I started dry heaving before she was even swallowing and I thought, "Oh gosh," because remember what happens with me, I feel it physically, emotionally and mentally and spiritually. Like I go through exactly what they go through. So that's why I'm maybe sounding graphic, but that's what she's doing. Eat really fast. No, I was swallowing it and it's all ready to come up because she's not taking time to digest it, right? And then Missy's past lives, they included like neglect. There was no love, there was abuse, and that abuse was physically and emotionally, and that was more than one lifetime. Okay. So, okay.
Okay.
So like getting her eat slower, like maybe you need to do healing on her if she's eating, like, if she's going to let you. Um, honestly, I don't know if she's going to change. Um, we had one that was like that too, and we'd only put a little bit in the dish, and then, here you have a little bit more, maybe you might have to do something like that. But yeah, she's just like got other things on her mind that she has to do. Like, I got to get going to do other things kind of thing. So, yeah. All your pets are really, I'm really laughing tonight. They're so cute. Okay, so is Sarah Zimmerman here tonight? I see a couple Sarahs, but I don't know if she's here. Okay, so Sarah Zimmerman, there's a couple Sarahs with us. Caesar, this is a message from Caesar that Mom, keep going, don't give up. Tell me what you need. I'm your angel now, and I am here to help make it happen. Okay. Um, and help you to help the world like you're supposed to. Okay. Sweetie took it very hard when she lost Caesar, just so you know. Okay. She does see him and they have connected, and it's not like she's connecting with the other side getting ready to cross. It's just that when Caesar came back, he was there. So it's kind of like Caesar's there, just like I'm seeing you right now. And so that's they're still together, but they're each on another side. But animals are so sensitive to energy and they see like small children do. This is all natural for them, right? So okay, so Caesar said, and um Sweetie said as well, watch Sweetie because she will show you that Caesar is there by how she's acting. So if you see Caesar just sitting there if you see Sweetie sitting there and just staring or wagging her tail, these kind of things, and there's no one around, it's just like air kind of thing, that's to tell you that that's your sign to know that Caesar is there. So they have been connecting, but when you have a lot going on, and so when you're present, then that's where you can see all this. Okay. So that is Caesar. Mom, keep going. Okay. Jennifer, Jennifer's here? Hi, Jennifer. Okay, Jennifer and Lily. So, your question was, does Lily hear everything? Lily hears everything you're saying. Everything that you're saying. She's right there with you, right? And again, ask for what you want and what you need, right? Because she's not asking me, Sue. She's not asking me. Ever ask for more. So,
I've asked for some.
what's that?
I've asked for some, but I wasn't sure what to look for. When last time you said, she said I should look for the signs.
Yes. And that sign was the bird. So, because signs, when you asked about how do you know if things are a sign? So when you ask for a sign and you feel like I just need to do this, and it's just like tomorrow's Friday, right? It's just like I need to do this, and you don't question it. You just feel like this pull, or you just need to do this, and you don't know why you're doing something, right? So when you have that feeling like I just need to go here, I need to do this, or this seems right to me. You just know, okay? You'll feel this peaceful feeling, and you'll feel good inside, okay? And that's where you have to like, and this is for everybody, like when you don't put pressure on yourself, like, is this a sign? Is this a sign? This kind of thing. Just really, get yourself really grounded, and then just kind of go about your day. And then when you find something like just feels right, you need to do. Now, in your case, Jennifer, that the baby Lynette, the bird, okay, that is a sign from Lily. So that bird is there to tell you, to remind you, it's okay to have joy and happiness in your life, and that is coming. But Lilith wants to say to you, it's time for you to allow that into your heart again. Okay. So it's time for you to, start living again, like focusing on other things. And like, she's still there, and she's always going to be there. And she watches you. She sees how you're going about. And, like we all know, like when you lose a pet, that it is a different feeling when they're not there. But it's like, I always say, like, I'm starting a new chapter with my pets, but in a different way. And that's what is happening for you, Jennifer, is that you're going to have, like you got Lilith sitting there, and she's like listening to everything you're saying. And so, like, don't be hard on yourself. Just, relax and enjoy yourself, and then when you see something that, okay, that seems really weird, or that's different, that, let's see, and how do I feel? Right. And I know for me, like we have birds constantly coming on our gazebo. And my father-in-law, before he crossed over, he said he was coming back as a cardinal. And just a matter of fact, like it's tomorrow's Friday, right? And so what happened was, it was about a week later, and that's when we started having the cardinal landing on the roof of the gazebo, looking at our bedroom every single day. And so, here's my husband, who, when I married him, was very science minded, not like he was kind of my work in progress, or I should say, I don't, he like my life mission, or whatever you want to say. But my husband and I will both wave at dad every morning, because we know that the cardinal is dad, right? So this is what, Lily wants you to, when you see the bird, that just know, okay, hey, that, thank you, Lily, that thanks for bringing that sign. And then when you see things that, if like with animals, and you're not sure what it means, then you can look up, like if you see an animal that might be acting different, or might be keep coming to you, like, consistently, then what you can do is go online and do a Google search, spiritual meaning of. Okay. When you do the spiritual meaning of, what happens is that it will tell you what the meaning of that is. Okay. Now there's different meanings for the specifically the Lynette bird, but what I was seeing, like when I looked it up, I actually saw these specific words in bold glowing to me. Okay. Because this is what happens to me, is that when things are really important, or people are important that I need to help when I go out, the people that I need to help, they glow to me. And so I know, okay, that's who I need to help. Or if there's a message that is important for me to share, it will glow to me. Okay. And these specific words, joy and happiness, are coming to you, and allow it to come into your heart and life again. Those are the words that came in for you.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
But
this-
yeah,
She's constantly knocking on all the windows. And
the
just,
bird.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
several
It's crazy.
days now.
It's like reminder, listen to you, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's this poor bird, like I just wanted to enjoy its day. And here's your cat, like, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. Tell her, right? So yeah, it's just amazing, right? What all these animals will do. And I can tell you, like, I see so many miracles from animals that, that are on the other side, what they'll create. And I mean, look at my dog, like said, I had to cross to help you to get out there more. And it was literally 2 days later, I'm receiving the first of 4 awards, and it just keeps going bigger and bigger, right? Now,
Yeah.
you can't see this stuff kind of coming, can you? Like, it's just like magic and miracles what our pets can do. But the big thing that people don't realize is that they want us to ask them. And when we don't ask, it's like they're there and they get frustrated because that's why they're there with you, because they want to look after you. They want to make you happy. And when you don't ask that, some people think, well, I don't want to put them out, or they don't want that, or whatever. Every pet that crosses want to help us. And so when you ask, that's like giving them like the biggest gift that they could ever get. And they're just so excited. Then they go up and they're up there and they're talking to everyone on the other side. Hey, your loved one can do this. And okay, I'm going to make that happen there. And then, someone else comes to you and is kind of like intuitively saying, you get a message, oh, I got to go, maybe have a dream. And then, oh, I got to go to this store, and then you go to the store, and then someone has another pet that you're supposed to get. Like, do you see how, like, that's how they can bring the new pets to us? And it's just magical what can happen. And like my husband always says, he never introduces me as his wife. He introduces me as his adventure, because he always says, never know what I'm doing next with Sue London, and I thought at first that was kind of rude, but the people kind of laughed, and I see that's actually what our life is like, because we never know what we're doing next, because it's the other side guiding us every day, right? And it is a really good feeling when you get up in the morning and you think, you don't maybe see your calendar not busy, but all it takes is for you to ask your loved one or your pet on the other side what it is you want or you need. And then just watch how these thoughts come up to you, these dreams, these messages. You might hear the same thing over and over, right? And then hear it a few times, okay, well, that's something I need to listen to. And I think I told you this on the first call, that for me, I kept hearing people telling me, let go and let God. And this is going back many, many years. And I thought, oh, okay, sure. And then a friend phoned me from another town, said, we got to get together. I have to lend you this book. And I opened the book, and literally every page was all highlighted. And I kept seeing on every sentence line, let go and let God. And I thought, okay, I'm an author and I don't like books all marked up and highlighted and stuff like that. And so I thought, this friend, I'm surprised she would do this to books, right? And so, I read the book, and it was glowing these words on every page. And then, after a week, I'd finished the book and met up with her. And I said, you know what? Like, I'm surprised you would mark your books up. What's that about, And she said, I don't know what you're talking about. She goes, I didn't highlight anything in my book. And we opened it and nothing was highlighted. Nothing. I have good vision and nothing was highlighted. So, I mean, that's what the other side can do. Crazy stuff like that, right? So expect the unexpected, right? So yeah, there's each one of you on this call, like, you all are getting signs and messages, and don't doubt anything. Like, if you feel like, is this real? It is real. It is absolutely 100% real what's going on. Okay. And then, sometimes if you get a text from me and it's your pet, then you'll know that when you don't listen, they can come through me to you. So I would prefer that you would listen to them, so that I don't have to go through that. Some of you know how many messages I'm getting from some of your pets. So on that note, I wanted to take this time now, like I've given the messages to anyone who had messages. had questions. Is there anything that like we haven't talked about, or is there anything, that you want to know that we haven't talked about as far as any subjects?
I have a
Shelley, did
question.
you want to ask? Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So when a dog passes,
Yep.
and then they come back in another life, or cat or horse or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Does that soul of the first dogs, it's still like, I guess that's what kind of confuses me. Say you have a dog named Jet,
Yeah.
and it comes back as Wolfgang. Is
Yeah.
Jet still on the other side, but yet he's Wolfgang?
So it's like the soul. So when your pet crosses, so your pet, is just crossed, okay? So their body is a shell. Okay, basically that's what it is, because it's an empty shell. Their soul has crossed over. And that's exactly what happened to me when I crossed over. My
So
body
they're in
was
both
on
places then?
it's the
Jet's still
soul.
over there and Wolfgang's here, but they're still the same.
It's right. It's the one soul that goes everywhere. Do you
Okay.
understand that?
So they can be in
Right?
more than one place at a time. That's what you're saying.
Right. Yeah. But it's like one soul. Do you understand that? Like, okay.
Yeah.
Like I know all the lifetimes I have had, and I can go somewhere and I can like go somewhere and say to my husband, have we been here before? And my husband and I, we've been married every lifetime, going back forever. And so we will say, like, I'm not sure if it was this lifetime or we were here before, because now we're in our 60s. Not that we have like dementia or anything, but we've traveled so much that, it feels like home. And what we have found is that in one lifetime, we've always been American, which is really interesting, but this lifetime we're Canadian. And so a lot of times, I don't know if I've been doing this on our calls, but sometimes I'll get a Southern accent and say y'all or something like that. And what happens, was I doing that? Linda, you're laughing. Have I been talking like that? No, no, you haven't picked it. Because what happens is that part of me from that lifetime still carries with me. But that's from the 1800s, and that's when we actually lived in Williamsburg, Virginia.
So
In
Jet
that
can still help Wolfgang though, on the other,
Yeah.
like, or Jet can still come back and help me, even though he's from the other side though, even though he's Wolfgang now. That's what I'm asking.
So the best way to explain it, let me use it as me as example, because this is what has happened. Okay. So in one lifetime, I was an Indian. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't still stay as that Indian and become someone else. I had that lifetime. Then my body was this shell. My soul then became into another body. I've always been a person, but some pets and people become pets and people. The
Yeah, no,
opposite of what they.
I get that, but what I'm saying, I get that they can be
Yeah.
different things. But what I'm
Right.
saying, so if Jet came back as Wolfgang,
Right.
can Jet still be on the other side helping everybody, but yet he is here as a dog? So that's what I'm
Oh, they go
asking.
back and
Yeah,
they go back and forth, so they can go and
yeah,
kind of go back and forth, right?
okay.
So
So, but
like
he could be in two places at once then, I guess.
yeah, yeah. It's kind of like there's like my grandfather, for example. He's always with me, and I smell smoke, and I'll say to my husband, do we have a fire in our house? And now Ross will say, it's Grandpa Buck. And because you don't know with smoke if it's real or not. And I'm not going to take a chance with that because everything's so real to me, right? But yet, while he's with me, he could be with maybe one of my grandchildren as
Okay,
well. So
okay.
do you understand what I
Yeah,
mean by that?
yeah,
Does that
yeah.
help you
And
understand?
he could be reincarnated in something else at the same time. That's
He
what
will
I'm
be. Yeah,
asking.
like my
Oh, but he
grandfather and
could
I, we
be, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Like one lifetime, my grandfather was my son.
No, but I mean,
And
in this moment, no, in this moment. So he could be having, you could smell a cigarette but yet
Right.
he's already reincarnated in this moment to something else.
Right. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Is that making sense to everybody? Is that everyone understanding that? Yeah, it's really interesting when you get into understanding. And I think too, for me, like, you know, I go places and I literally flash back to that lifetime. And so it kind of gets confusing with me. Sometimes I don't know where I am and what era I'm in, and sometimes, if I go into meditation and then I flash back to that place that I come out of it and it confuses me where I am. And I have to go to the dentist on Saturday. And a lot of times when I go to the dentist, I'm really very fortunate that I have a dentist who's very spiritual and she's got all her Reiki and all this, and she's from India. And so we're very, very good friends, not just dentist and patient relationship. So I said to her, I love you, but I hate being in your chair. I just don't like dental work. And, I'm just going to go for a little trip. And so anyways, what happens is that, uh, when anytime she's had to give me dental work, I'm allergic to anesthetic. And so when I was 21, I was given anesthetic that actually made me cross over because the dentist forgot to write it down the chart. That was my first near death experience. So what happens when I have dental work, when I go under, she has to do something different with me. She had to work with a special doctor. But anyways, we've got it now that when I'm meditating so deep and I'm like time traveling, like going to these different places as she's working on me, because I don't even want to be in the room and hear that drill. Like I just don't want to be there for that. So anyways, and she knows what happens. And so my husband Ross will be there. And because him and I are so connected, I'm connected with her as a friend and dentist, but more of a friend. I don't hear her voice say, Sue, we're all done. But she will say to Ross, okay, tell Sue that, you're good. And that he will literally whisper, Sue, you can come back now. And he's whispering, and I can hear that like I'm hearing someone a block away yelling, kind of come back. And so why am I telling you that is because, and I feel like someone on this call has known someone in a coma. And I think I said this before, did I not, to you guys? No. Anyways, when someone's in a coma, that is exactly what they experience. When they're in a coma, they can hear, but it sounds like a very, very far away that, they're hearing voices, and it's kind of confusing for them because they're in this kind of dimension, but they're also in kind of in between. So I don't know why I had to share that. I don't know if someone who's really sick or something's going on with their health, but I do feel that for me going on about this part, it's going to have meaning for somebody. I don't know who it is yet, but people do hear us when we're at that place. Anyone have another question? No more questions? Everyone's sitting there? No? Christine, do you have a question? No? Marla? No?
I do.
Yeah, Linda, sure.
Okay. I heard you say before that if it's like my dog doesn't want to go in the car. He is going now, but he's still scared, but I'm so proud of him. But anyway,
Yeah.
You said that a dog could have been thrown out of a car, or he could have gotten killed by a car or something like. How do you get that out of their psyche?
Okay, so our dog Buddy, I was telling you about him. So he was having the challenge about when we got him that when I was seeing like this is not a normal thing that every dog goes through. Like there's a difference between your pet being stressed and really through the top. And so that's where you look at how bad it is. And with us in particular, I was actually seeing visions of Buddy's past lives. And so what happened with him was I saw in the 1800s, he was thrown from a steam train while it was running. So in Buddy's mind, anything that moves quickly, that means I'm like he flashes back kind of thing. So kind of like how like I can flash back to other lifetimes, like I just mentioned, right? So Buddy and animals can do this. They can flash back. And so that's a reminder that they're scared kind of thing, right? And so I feel like what we do is every single day we get in the car and we get the dog in the car and he's excited to get in the car, but when we day one, if we turned the car on, he was crazy. And then we would stop, shut the car off, and that was it for that day. Then the next day, we'd start the car. He's jumping in the car every time because it's not moving, right? And then so he's in the car. We give him a treat. Like we have these, they're like salmon, like they're really tiny. So it's not like he's gonna get fat on this or not bad for them. And so he's in his car seat, and we had to get actually a booster seat for the dog, and it harnesses on his back and it harnesses on his belly, because if we didn't have that, he would be flying out through the front window. Like, is that kind of, you're at that kind of place?
Oh, he growls at me. I mean, like he'll get in, and then I tell
Yeah.
him to scoot over, because I've actually bought a hammock so I could, but it hadn't come in yet, so I can put him in the back. But he gets
Yeah.
in the front seat, and then he growls at me like he's going to tear me up. And
Oh,
I'm,
yeah, yeah.
he's so afraid, and,
Well,
and so then
I
I'll
gave
get
you
him
the
back out.
Did I give you them a message tonight?
No,
No? Okay, did I miss a page? Hang on, because I did have a message for you. Okay,
I didn't
maybe
get
I
one
did.
either.
Okay. Who? What, Shelley? I
Shelley.
never got anything from you. You never
okay.
emailed me, right?
Oh, I thought you were
So
just gonna answer my question from my text, so I didn't want to bug you.
oh no,
Thank
I've just been
you.
I'm getting 1,000 emails a day. And if anyone knows an assistant in Niagara, Ontario, Canada, I would like to hire you because I can't keep up with all the emails I'm getting. It's insane what's happening. It's great, but I apologize if, that, when I get all these messages. But Linda, I do have a message for you. So I'm glad that because Roscoe being aggressive with you, when you correct him. So he says, wait a minute, I'm the boss in the house.
Oh,
This is what
gee.
he literally said.
Oh,
She needs to listen to me.
oh, no.
This is not me. I don't make this stuff up.
Yeah, no,
She
that's
says,
good.
right. And so what he was telling me is that you're experiencing your dog their dog is teaching you a lesson, and that is stepping into your power more.
Wait a minute. I need to step into
So
my power more.
step into your power more. So like be more like stronger. Like, okay, is it fair to say that, like, if someone says something, if they ask you to do something and you didn't really want to do it, would you do it anyways?
That's a good question. Well,
You don't have to answer that. I know the answer.
yeah. Well,
So right.
it's because like I just put him out a while ago because he went and jumped on the sofa, and I've never had a dog on
Yeah.
on the furniture. So I get him down,
Yeah.
he's growling at me. I said, go outside. So he went out, but I mean, I was like, dang.
Yeah, yeah, and I bet you when he comes back, he's gonna go right back there, because it's kind of
No.
like there's like he thinks he's the one in charge, not you. And it's kind of like, well, what, okay, so you asked about the car wash too, didn't you? You asked
Yeah,
about that
but
too?
that's okay.
Okay, so let me finish about Grosco. So anyways, so it's kind of like, we went through this. My husband went through this with one of our dogs. Anytime he would hug me, this little 10-pound Shih Tzu would jump at him and growl at him. Like, don't come near my mom, she's mine, right? And we were like, oh my gosh. And so this is where my husband had to learn to be more stronger and more like not forceful, but more like his nickname. My husband's nickname is Snow White because he attracts all the animals. He's so kind and loving and will do
Oh.
anything for anyone, right? So is that fair to say that's kind of like your personality? Like,
Yeah, my brother
right.
and my sister-in-law say it's your energy. You've got to be strong. My brother, he does whatever my brother tells him. He loves to be around him.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
doesn't, mess up like he does with me. It's like, wrapped around my
Yeah.
leg with the leash and everything. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I know, because like I watch it here in our house. with this new puppy we have, and he's got my husband wrapped around his finger. And I'll say, would you please train your dog? If you want to say this is your dog, would you please train your dog? You know, because he doesn't do that for me because he knows I won't put up with that. Right. Like when
See,
I walk him and like, you know, I'm
My-
having him like tight beside me and I just have to say it. But yeah, they really, animals are so funny because they know what they know and they're really sensitive and, you know, we can't get away with anything. And, you know, our pets come into our life to teach us stuff. And so for you, like Roscoe's like the best gift for you because he's helping you grow. And, you know, once you know, get like stronger and more powered and be able to say no, like a lot, then, and there's nothing wrong with saying no. Like we're all like allowed to do that. You know, like I know a lot of times people have a
I
hard
don't
time
want to
saying
hurt
no.
him, you know. I don't want to hurt him, so that's why, you know. And then I don't know, he's been abused or whatever, I don't know. And so,
No, well, no, like okay, like you're not gonna hit him or anything, but
Oh.
like no, I don't ever say hit an animal. Like I'm always hugging them and everything. Like I'm not saying that. It's just more like if he's doing bad, or I'm saying for you personally, say no and stand up for yourself to other people.
Oh,
Right? So, like your brother's saying to you, your energy, make it stronger. Make yourself like, no, this is not right for me. Right? This is like, I'm sorry I can't be there today. Or I can only do so much, you know, that kind of thing.
I've
Right?
never had a
And
dog like this.
oh
It's
yeah,
always
well then
been so easy to train, just so easy.
oh, I know, right? So this is kind of like the time we're in the time of life now where there's a lot of things happening for everybody. Like people who were quiet are being shook up to like get on their path and do what they like to do in their life. And you know, things are happening. There's a lot of people really confused now and like not feeling the love and passion of their life and like I don't know what I'm happy about. And by the way, I want to share this with everybody because the one thing that I want to share, and this might be something for you to do, Linda, too, is that right now in the world, there's a lot of people searching for change or their you know their pets are showing them things need to be different, this kind of thing, right? And so where we're at now in the world is that we have to really decide what it is that makes us happy. What do we want in our life that brings us joy and peace? Those are the two big things that we were brought onto this earth to be like. And I can tell you that when you cross, like when I crossed twice, the joy and the love is something that I never felt anything at that level until I crossed. But that's what our life and our journey is supposed to be like. So, you know, if you're not happy and enjoying your life, this is the time where you want to sit down and really look at your life and what's not working. What do you need to do different? And, you know, what is it you want? What do you want to do in your day? And, you know, like I'm looking at myself, like right now, I'm working 17 hours a day, 7 days a week. And like that's it's getting to be a lot. I didn't even know we had Easter, just because I was helping so many animals that were sick. And so that's where I'm looking at, okay, well, how can I do this differently to help? Because, you know, just getting 1,000 emails a day, I can't keep up with, right? So this is like, I heard I had to, you know, find someone to be an assistant to take care of a lot of this stuff for me. And I asked my pets today on their site, guide me where I need to go. So I had some calls this afternoon with some people. And so like when you make the list, like what's happening for me, that will help you to understand like this is what I want. But if you need to have someone come into your life for something, you want to make sure you say all the details about that personality that you want them to have. And that goes for your business. If you've got clients, you want to make sure that your clients that you want to have, what do you want their personality to be like as well? Right? Because you want to be having your entire existence being filled with joy and peace. That understand? So, like, you know, I think Linda, when you know, make your list of you know, what's working, what's not. I think that you're going to find it will like empower you. But I'm saying this to everybody, and I'm doing the same list. Like I'm really growing myself, and we're all changing, right? Because this is where we are after the solar eclipse. And so when you take this time now and really be honest with yourselves around what do I want in my life and what's not working and what makes me happy, like what truly makes each one of you happy. That's when you're not doing that, ask yourself, why am I not doing this? Right? Because, you know, life is very short. And, you know, I never thought when I was 21 or 34, I would cross over. And, you know, I'm talking to people that are crossing at young ages and it's unexpected. No signs of health issues, you know, pets at very young ages as well for some people, right? So, like, kind of this is the time to really be clear on how you want your life to be. And everyone's pets are teaching everybody something right now. And, you know, like here's our little new puppy, you know, teaching my husband, like, you need to get a little stronger here with me, you know, where my little one is like my other dog, like he just doesn't want to leave my side. And that's where I'm like, okay, you know, I do need to go out to a store and, you know, you have to be here. So I'm having to work with Marley as well. So, you know, we all have things happening with our pets, and all our pets on the other side are with us all. So, you know, if you're thinking, well, I don't feel this pet, that pet's there whether, you know, you feel or not. Like Christine here, she has Zoe, who's the stronger one, right? And poor Zambi wants to like be heard, but the one pet is doing all like the higher, stronger energy, right? So, you know, you can think back to all these pets you've had, they're all with you, and you just like talk to them, tell them what you need, right? And this is where like things will really change for you. And you know, I know a lot of people that some of you've been coming forward and asking me to help you, like, you know, to get clarity or with coaching and stuff like that, and that I do that as well. So, you know, if there's things that we've talked about and you're just not sure about your journey or how to change your lives, know that I do that as well. And we can talk about that after. But, you know, this is really like a time for soul searching. And I would say like the next couple weeks. So if there's something that's not making you happy, or if there's something that you wish you could do, I want to encourage each one of you to do that. And as soon as that you know, you say to your pets, you know, or your loved ones, like, hey, this is what I want. Like I just did this, I think on Friday morning. I don't know if I did it on Thursday last week, but I literally said to my husband, I need a break. I just like it's been 7 days a week and I need to be able to do something for myself. So I said, you know what? We're going to a concert. And he said, of course we are. Like, you know, here's Sue's idea now, right? And so I said, yeah, I said, let's go see Tim Hicks. Now, Tim Hicks is a country singer and Canadian. And I've met him, and very, very nice guy. And he's local. And I said, I want to go to one of his concerts. And my husband was like, he's probably in the States somewhere and all this kind of stuff. So after I said that, I literally was guided to my phone. I opened my phone and I heard turn on Spotify, because you remember how I always talk about putting nice music on in the mornings, right? And literally, Tim Hicks comes up on my phone, and he's doing a concert next Friday in our area, and it's a fundraiser for helping raise money to give children an education. I got tickets and we're heading there next Friday. That's how, like, to do it. You get a thought, you know, ask your loved ones on the other side, and loved ones include pets, and just make it happen. And that's what I want to encourage each of you to bring fun into your life. Okay, that's really important that I have to share that with you. More fun, okay, more happiness, more joy and peace. Okay. And try something new that you've never done before. And that's something that I started, years ago when I was recovering from Crohn's disease. And a personal trainer said to me, your mindset's becoming the disease, that, you don't see yourself as a person. Your identity has become a disease from in and out of hospitals for so years. And I didn't know that was possible, but he was totally 100% right. And then I started having doctors refer their patients to me, and I worked with over 10,000 people with bowel disease. Same pattern, became the disease. And I never to this day ever stopped doing that, trying something new. And I encourage you to all do something like that, like, in your life, because that's where, you have somebody calling you their adventure, not a spouse, and it's fun, right? So is there any thing else briefly that anyone wants to ask? Linda, you're going to be great, by the way. Like, this is I'm excited for you. So don't think you're failing, because you're not. You're doing incredible. Okay.
Well, I feel like the healing that you've been giving him, he was able to get in the car. And we went for a walk today at the park, and we saw people
Yeah.
on skates and boards and everything, and he was just like looking at them. And I said, so he had a good day. But yeah, I just want him to come out so we can do more things together.
Well, and you know what, like, when you rescue like pets, they go through so much, and it's important that we have patience. And I will tell you that patience and love will heal and create so many miracles in your life and in a pet's. And there's no surprise, Linda, that you got that dog because you have a lot of love within you to give. You have patience, and so you will help him. And I know for us as well, like, we got Buddy, and Buddy for the first 22 months of his life had never even gone on one walk. Like, he was given to a couple with dementia at age 92, and like 2 years later, the son found this dog in their garage, and he said, "Where'd this dog come from?" They said, "What dog are you talking about?" So Buddy had never been walked, and we had to take him, and we literally were taking him like 7 times a day just for a walk around our block. And you would think it's a common thing for a pet to know how to walk. He had no clue how to walk because he was just in this confined area, right? So we always have every pet come into our life for a reason. They can be teachers, they can be, we can be the healer for them, and so much more. What were you going to say, Linda?
I said they can be the boss.
Yeah,
I'm just
in your case, they
kidding.
can. And no, it's true. It's true, right? Yeah, and but yeah, they give us so much love, and they deserve that from us as well, right? And I know each one of you that are on all these calls, like, you are amazingly loving, beautiful souls, and you're helping your pets more than you realize. And so just know that you're all very good people. And when we have patience and understand them, then it can make it easier for us, especially like, I like it that I can know, like, I can touch my pet and see their past lives, because when I do that, it just makes me be able to have more understanding of what they've gone through, right? And then that helps me to know how I can help my pets. And we always seem to rescue the pets, or that they're sent from our other pets on the other side, that the ones that need the healing. And and I'm really grateful for every pet that's come, because they've gone on to create so many miracles in our lives. And so just allow your pets to do that for you too, whether they're on this side or on the other side, because there's no coincidences that you have the pets that you have or that you had, so keep a journal, and when you feel stuff, write it down. And some of you might write articles and future books on all of this. And Peter, you'll probably write a lot of poems about it. Right? I haven't had a poem from you lately, Peter. So on that note, so Sarah, there's a message. When you help pets cross over, do you do energy work for them to do it on their own? Okay, so Sarah, the question you're asking me is, when I'm helping a pet cross over, what happens? so a pet is ready to cross over, they contact me and we have the time, when this is going to happen. And I start sending the pet owner, their family, as well as the pet healing well in advance, because I want them to be at peace as best as they can when you go through that. And then what happens while I'm in my space, I'm either on the phone with them or I'm on WhatsApp or text, just depending on where they are. And then I'm there with them. And so if they have a question, they can ask me anything. I tell them exactly what is happening to the pet physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. I tell them who comes from the other side to help them cross over. I am doing healing all of this time. Some pets I've worked on them for, it can be as a short a time as an hour. Sometimes it's been 3 hours, depending on where everything's going. And so then as the pet's crossing, I'm telling the owner, the pet tells me how, like the signs, like what they're going to do. A lot of times the pets come to me after a couple days ago. And a lot of times some of them bring their friends from the other side to meet me. Sometimes my kitchen's pretty full of all these pets on the other side, which is really amazingly cute. When my last pet crossed over, they all came from the other side to help my Gussie crossover, which was really very touching for me to see them all and saying, "You helped us, now we want to help your boy." So that's crazy exciting, that this kind of stuff happens for our pets. And then so after, then I do the healing energy. So Sarah, does that answer your question? Awesome. Thank you. Good. Perfect. But yeah, no, if any of you do healing work on pets, I really suggest that, some of you aren't doing it to the extent that maybe you have these abilities. This is the time where I want to encourage each one of you who do healing on pets to keep doing it, because, I work on my boys every day. And, if I hear I need to take a break, then I will stop. And today I had a really, really busy day and I just heard, nope, need to take a break and just cuddle the boys. And so we had a couple breaks. And as it turned out, their snoring put me to sleep for half an hour, twice a day. That's not normal in my world, to fall asleep and that, but it was meant to be, because they were telling me you need a rest, you need a break. And I listened, because, our animals sense what we need, right? So, let them be your guide, but you as healers, you got that healing ability for a reason. And I want to encourage each one of you to be using it, because there's a lot of animals in this world that really, really, really need help. And so does our planet. And so do a lot of people. So it depends on what you do. And, some of you are doing the Reiki training with me. If you aren't a healer and you want to be learning to do this, then, email me after. And the next class I think is on the May 13th and 14th for the level 1. And I think level 2, Shelly will have to tell you. I haven't got that on my calendar when that's coming up. Yeah, so just know that, if you don't have your healing, it's really empowering for yourself to know that you can make a difference for your pet, your family, and the world. And so get doing your healing, some of you that aren't. Okay, I want to encourage you to do that. Okay, so on that note, Jeannie, you have a question. Are you raising your hand, or is this an angel coming through again? Are you really raising your hand, Jeannie? You are. Okay, okay, because some of you have been on calls with me and we've had thumbs waving and hands waving, so sometimes I don't know what's real anymore. So what
Yeah.
would you like to ask me, Jeannie?
So in the past, you had mentioned Ask Sue London Live. I'm wondering if that's
Yes.
part of the Diamond membership package, or if that's
Yep.
something open to anyone, and how does it work?
So basically, I do talks on the 2nd and the 4th Tuesday of every month. The where you can see them is on my website on the homepage. The one that I'm going to be talking about on Tuesday, I think it's next Tuesday, 23rd. That is going to be talking about doing healing on pets. So if you're healers, how to do the healing and that kind of stuff. I get guided messages on what the topics are supposed to be. So that's going to be for that one. I don't have my calendar in front of me, but I think that the Monday after, like I'm not like first Tuesday, second Tuesday of the May month, I'm not going to be able to do it because I'm teaching. So that's what I'm saying. Keep an eye on my calendar on my website homepage, AskSueLondon.com. On there, all of those Ask Sue London talks are free. You can send me a question with a picture of your pet. Just do me a favor, and if you have like questions around maybe a couple pets, if you can save the picture with the pet's name, because when I get a couple pets, it just kind of comes up like just JPEG file number, and it's so much faster and easier for me to see, oh, there's the name for that one. Okay, great. And then I can connect faster because I can answer questions on the Ask Sue London Lives. And it's another way for you to be able to ask me. It's not just about, healings or messages, but if you're wanting to, do something with your business, or if there's something that I'm doing, you're looking for a connection, like Ask Sue London Live events are for anything you want to ask me. But it's like just like one question, because I'll teach for like 20 minutes or so, and then I answer questions for about 20 minutes. Does that help you? And then I do offer in the Diamond membership, I do offer that I send you every Monday. It's a message. So it's Monday messages. So you'll receive that in your email, as well as you'll get on Monday, you'll all get this. Whoever signs up, that you'll get a meditation as well. And then it'll be in there about the upcoming Ask Sue London talk, and then you'll get like links for other talks that you can like get. So there'll be a couple links in there, because I'm every day posting something somewhere, where if you need inspiration, they're on my shorts, they're on my Instagram, as well as my YouTube. And if you need like something more like a talk, there are different places as well. So I'll be putting those links in there. What's the yeah.
One more question. So with the Diamond membership, is that something that is just right now for 1 month, or do you renew monthly, or what happens if you want to stop it? And what's the cost after the first month?
Okay, so if you look on the page, like at the AskSueLondon.com website, you'll see at the top it says membership, and there's 3 levels. There's gold. And so basically the gold level is if you just want one healing in a week for one pet as well as yourself. And then and that's $24.95. And then level 2 is that you have 2 pets and yourself, that you get healing twice a week. And then there's like, I don't have it in front of me, but there's other details on there. And then for the package 3, that's where you get up to 3 pets as well as yourself, and that's 5 days a week. So I was really guided to do this because there's so many pets I'm seeing that have so many emotional things happening to them. I'm seeing a lot of physical stuff happening with pets. I saw a real pattern. Like one day I was helping 5 pets cross over, and 3 out of the 5 were not ready to go. And it was just that the vet didn't know what to do. He couldn't explain there was nothing showing on an x-ray. And so even though I could help these pets, they had absorbed their owner's stuff. They didn't want to wait the week because their vet told them to put them down. So I wanted to set this up that this is a monthly thing, and it's a subscription. You do not have to stay after the month. There's no pressure about this. This is just, I'm wanting to offer, there's pets at different levels, owners are at different levels. And so if you find like one time only, it is offered for $24.95. For you go in the Diamond membership, you click on Ask Sue London apply, and that's where you will get the discount, right? And then after the month, what happens, just keep track of when you pay so that you know when it's coming up. And then what happens is that you can cancel it. You can like just let it renew, and then it would be $99.95 for the months going forward. But if you find that you still want some things from me, like, healing and that connection for you as well as your pets, because keep in mind, like if you're going through stuff, this healing is getting to you too, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually as well, right? So then if you want to drop it to a lower package, at that point you can do that too. So you've got all kinds of options for that. But there's no pressure from me once you sign up. Like if you want to cancel after the first month, you're more than welcome to do that.
And then
Is
I
that-
would just email you to switch to a different package, or how does that go after the
So,
first month?
so if you
No.
wanted to drop it down,
Mhm.
again, you guys are kind of my testers. And so I'm not going to lie to you guys, that you're going to, like, I would say, because this is going to be like the first month, then I would say reach out to me a couple days before, because I'm basically like not doing the tech stuff behind this. I've got my guy doing this, and then I'm going to have whoever this assistant of mine is going to be will be answering all those emails and stuff like that. But if
Okay.
you direct your message to me, say, hey, it's coming like up, and if you want to change to a different level, I'll be keeping an eye on it then to see, okay, you don't want that diamond level, but maybe you want the gold or you want the platinum, then we will make sure. But yeah, I don't keep your money if you find the day after it passed and you didn't want that, like just come back to me the day later and say, I didn't want to take it another month. And yeah, so because I just found that in the world, not everybody has a lot of money. And I've just been hearing these stories about people paying $1,800 to walk in the door to take their pet to the vet. And I just don't like that when they can't get answers. So, really the best thing for our pets is to keep them healthy. Don't wait till they're sick. Let's get them healthy. Like I do healing on my pets every day. And like when Gussie went, for that final visit, and they did the blood work, and they said his blood work shows up as a 10-year-old. I said, he's 17. And she said, oh, you've done a lot of healing work on this boy. And I said, well, that's what I do every day on my dogs. And so, that's where, I want to help people that have, don't have healing hands, or they do have healing hands, and, maybe they're in a place, because, if you're a healer, that you're healing when you're in, like in a stress spot, or, like it won't be as strong if you're sick or you're going through stuff in your life. So there's all kinds of reasons why I would help healers with their pets, and then but also I'm also seeing a real pattern that a lot of the pets that are coming to me are absorbing their owner's stuff. And that's where it's important, you don't just do healing on a pet, you got to look at the big family picture, right? And so that's why everyone takes that package, every owner will get that healing the same as the pet will. So then we get you, like, you are both at this energy where it's good. And if you're in a really stressed place, then having it 5 days a week, you'll be in happy land by Friday with all the healings that you're going to get, because people tell me that they are sleeping better. Well, like Linda said, that what's happening with her puppy, right? And I've seen miracles happening with our buddy as well. So does that answer your question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, okay. So is there other questions here? I don't really always pay attention to chat, and I apologize. Selling selling a congregate for pets. Great question, Linda. Great question, Linda. There's a message for you from Gina. Okay, so I guess everyone's good. No other questions? We're good. Okay, so I love you all. I appreciate you. Thank you for loving your pets. You know, the ones here and the ones on the other side. You are very special to me, each one of you, and your pets. I have taken them into my heart, each one of them, and I will continue to love you all and your pets if we do not talk again. Um, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to edit this and then work on my homework to get these 3 items to you. And then for some of you that are listening to the replay, I will put in there the different things that are coming up. And by the way, the Ask Sue London live events, you must register for them. And if you want to ask me a question on those, I have to have it the day before, the Monday before by noon. Okay. Just because that's how I have to kind of work how I do everything in my day. I have an amazing program called Pomodoro Method. I don't know if anyone's heard about that, but if you need organizing your time to be more efficient, look that up. Pomodoro Method. I don't know why I'm having to tell you that, but maybe someone's wanting to get more organized with their time. Is that you, Shelley? Are you trying to get more organized with your time? No? Okay. All right. Well, someone, maybe it's on the replay that is looking for that. So there you go. Check out the Pomodoro Method. Okay. All right. Well, we're good. Glad to have found you. Veronica, I love you. And I will see you soon for what we're going to be doing next too. Michelle, thank you for your heart. I can't see everyone. Everyone's blocking out here now on me. Okay. All right. Well, that's it. We're done. I love you and I will talk to you soon. Okay. So watch for my homework by tomorrow at the latest. Okay. Sound good? Bye guys. Mm.